Hey guys, what is up? My name is Dabe, and as you guys know, if you've been on this channel for a while, I like to occasionally do like a monthly ramble to talk about everything that's going on and some potential large changes that you guys are going to want to know about. So first of all, in the background, you're going to see me doing some rune crafting on my Iron Man. Apologies for a little bit of AFK here and there. I wasn't doing it wholeheartedly. I was talking with a few people while I was doing this. There's some pretty big things that are going to go on in this video, and if you guys aren't interested, feel free to click away. It is a ramble video. If you've been in my live streams, you've probably heard about a lot of these topics before, but to those of you guys who don't have time to watch the live streams or happen to only watch YouTube videos, not really interested in live streams, that's okay too. I'm going to talk about it all here. A few main things I want to talk about are Iron Man videos, the series on my main, the comment section, and some stuff going on in my real life. So I'm going to get right into it. So the biggest announcement of this video that you guys are probably going to want to hear, and I'll say it at the beginning because I know viewer retention tends to be that more people watch videos in the beginning. The biggest announcement is that I do think I'm going to go ahead and cut the series with a twist that I'm running on my main. There's several reasons I want to cut it, and I'm going to take you guys through each one and kind of explain to you guys my opinions behind it. So the biggest and most important thing is I'm no longer enjoying playing my main account because of this series. Not necessarily strictly because of the series, but the series itself has gotten a little dry for me. I'm sure you guys could tell in the last video, I was not that excited in a lot of the clips, even though I was doing raids and things like that. And, you know, generally speaking, it's kind of hard to tell my excitement levels in YouTube videos and whatnot. But I'm just not really enjoying the series the same way as I was when I first started doing it. And for me, that is the most important thing when it comes to creating content, is whether or not I'm enjoying something. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are really happy to hear this news, because I know a lot of you guys weren't really enjoying this series either, and that's okay, to each their own. I just ask that if I ever try and run a new series like this again on my main, it won't potentially be like this, I'm just saying any new series in general, that if you guys want to actually leave some feedback, make sure it's constructive, because I can't really take much out of a comment that's just saying, I don't like this series. If you don't like the series, you have to tell me why, and tell me what you think I can do to improve the series and make it more entertaining for you guys. Now, that's something I'm going to talk about in a little bit, is the comment section, but I want to continue on with other reasons that I'm deciding to cut the series. Is, in addition to me not really enjoying the series, and you guys not really enjoying the series, I feel like, at this point, there's a big misconception about it as well, that I do want to clear up. Even though I am cutting a series, this is something that I want to clear up. This isn't the first time this has happened. Back on the Duo Iron Man series, I had some accusations like this as well. But there's a lot of people that seem to think that I'm cheating on my series, or that I'm hiding stuff. First of all, pretty much everything that I've done on that series has been done on stream, so that should clarify most of it right there. But in addition to that, this is a series that I'm doing for fun. Everything that's done on this channel is done for fun. So if I wanted to cut the series, I would do what I'm doing right now. Like, if I was no longer enjoying the series, I wouldn't cheat to finish it faster and hurt the integrity of myself and my channel. I would just stop doing the series. And this isn't meant to sound condescending and insulting. I understand that a lot of people do think that sometimes I come off as condescending and insulting, in which case I do apologize. I don't mean to sound like that, but yeah, I am cutting the series because of several reasons that I just explained, and want to clarify before I do finish, like, finally cut it off. I would never cheat on any series that I do on YouTube, because what's the point? Like, I'm doing a series for fun. Cheating on a series I'm doing for fun wouldn't really make any sense. And since I'm no longer enjoying the series, it's not fun, so there really is no purpose for me to continue doing it, which is why I'm cutting it. Now, I will jump back to Iron Man videos later, but that is all for the main series stuff, so if you don't want to hear about any of this other stuff, that's fine. But one thing that I really want to discuss is the comment section. I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed that I haven't really been responding to most of my comments lately anymore, and there's several reasons for that. First of all, it has become very, very, very toxic in not just my comment section, but a lot of other YouTubers' comment sections as well. And I used to get really excited to read my comments, and now I don't, because most of them aren't even things that are like comments. They're just gibberish or insults or random shit like that, which is all well and good. I mean, you can post whatever you want in a comment section, but it doesn't really give me anything to respond to. So lately I have been drifting very far away from my comment section and been talking with people on Twitch more. Another reason for that is there's a lot of misinterpretation that goes on in both video format and in the comment section. A lot of people like say something sarcastically and someone else can't portray it sarcastically, and then there's just random arguments. Or a lot of people will think that I'm being defensive or insulting when I'm trying to explain my side of, like, someone asks me a question, I'm trying to explain my side of it, and someone thinks I'm being defensive or insulting by doing that. And I really don't like the fact that there's constant misinterpretations. You know, call me old-fashioned, but I like to have conversations vocally instead of via text. So, I mean, that's just how it is for me lately. I've been, like, really adrift from my comment sections. Haven't really been reading them too much. So if you guys do want to talk to me, especially about a lot of the topics I'm talking about here, feel free to talk to me on stream or on Twitter. I mean, obviously Twitter's text too, but it's a little bit easier to talk there. But on stream, I'm very, very open. I like to talk about a lot of stuff, not just RuneScape-related stuff, but I'm very open about a lot of things. So if you guys have questions or, you know, comments or criticisms or anything, feel free to take them to Twitch, and I can actually have a legitimate conversation with you instead of just one person getting confused, be that me or the person who originally made the comment, and then just a bunch of arguments ensue. Because I really don't see any point in that. On that note as well, I do probably mention this way too much, and I apologize that I probably mentioned this way too much, but I want to make it very clear that I do stream on Twitch every single day, and Twitch is kind of my main focus now. I've said this a few times there, and I want it to be clear to you guys so you don't feel like insulted by this person. Like I said earlier, I don't want any misinterpretations or anything, but the reason I enjoy Twitch more is because I can have these kinds of conversations with people and not worry about misinterpretation or people feeling insulted or anything like that, or people getting confused or thinking XYZ happened when it didn't. I don't want that to change for people. I don't want people to think that I am like ignoring YouTube entirely. I will still post videos on YouTube. I'm just not going to have a dedicated schedule for it. I'll post things whenever I have videos. I'm going to try and post weekly, but and maybe even bi-weekly, like 2 times a week, not as in once every 2 weeks. But we'll see what happens. I don't really have any guarantees for that. I try to be as honest as possible when it comes to most stuff and as open as possible. So I'm going to straight up say I don't really have a whole lot of motivation to play my main at all right now. And this series was my main thing to try to get myself motivated to playing my main again. And it just hasn't really done it for me. Like, it did at first. The first few weeks I was definitely thoroughly enjoying it, was having a great time, and it was very fun. However, it has now reached the point where it is just another grind. And I don't want it to be just another grind. I've been playing my Iron Man a lot off stream, as you guys can see right here, and I've been thoroughly enjoying that. I did a lot of thinking, and I realized the excitement I feel when I'm grinding pets that I only get when I actually get a pet on my main is the thing I feel every time I achieve a goal on my Iron Man. Every time I get a level milestone, or every time I get a new item on this account, I get that same level of excitement. So why shouldn't I just dedicate some time to this account? The thing I want to do as well, which is something I've talked about on Twitch, is potentially start working on maxing this account, as well as going for every single PVM drop in the game. And that includes items that are completely useless, but every single PVM boss drop in the game. Even things like Granite Longsword and Granite Boots from the new Wyverns, the new Wyvern Visage, Ring of the Gods, which is pretty useless, like Carol's Coifs and Aram's Hoods, and things like that. Things that are really useless. That's a distant goal. Obviously, that's not something that is not something I'm going to start doing right now. That's something that I will start doing in the future once I actually have more big items obtained on this account. But, I mean, that's long-term for my Iron Man. That's why I've been so motivated to start playing it again, is because of things like that. I really do want to start doing things like that on my Iron Man again. Now, does that mean I'm going to stop playing my main entirely? No, of course not. I'll especially play it when new things come out, like the Gargoyle boss that's coming out later this week. I'll probably be streaming, making a loot video on that. Might even make a guide for the boss if I figure out how to do it fast enough. There's a lot of things regarding that I still want to do. So I'm not going to just drop my main entirely. I just maxed on it. Why would I get rid of the account? You know, that doesn't really make any sense. Or why would I, by get rid of, I mean stop playing. Why would I stop playing the account? Doesn't really make any sense. I'm still going to be playing it, just not as much as I want to be playing my Iron Man, because it just doesn't give me the same kind of motivation. Now here's something that I have also talked about on my stream, but if you watch YouTube, you probably have absolutely no idea about most of this. So a lot of you guys do know, I have mentioned this before, I am getting married. Now this isn't something that's happening anytime soon. I've been engaged for a little while, and I am getting married in the near future. By the near future, I mean within a year. Now, we do actually have a date set for our wedding, and it is in August of next year, which I'm very, very excited for. So looking forward to that very much, obviously. I love my fiance very much. But there's a lot of real life stuff that's going on too, which is another reason why I've been preferring Twitch to YouTube, because a lot of this stuff needs to be looked at and talked about thoroughly, and I don't exactly have the time to invest 15 hours a day into RuneScape anymore. I'm still putting in a decent bit, but I don't exactly have time for 15 hours a day anymore. So a lot of stuff that's going on. To sum it up for you guys, I'm getting married. It's in August of next year. Weddings require a lot of time and money, so that's something we've been talking about and trying to budget accordingly. And then on top of that, we've also been looking into getting a house. So, I mean, we obviously already live together now, but we've been looking at getting a different house. So that is another thing that's on the agenda for the near future. So there's a lot of stuff that's been coming up with that. and that isn't exactly something I'm going into too much detail, but just to give you guys a little bit of a summation on everything that's going on with my real life as well, just so you guys know where I'm coming from. In short, canceling the series on my main because I'm no longer enjoying it, and it seems like you guys aren't enjoying it either, and although I do, you know, upload and do things for myself, I still want to make sure that you guys are enjoying the ride as well, and I want to be happy with the content I'm putting out on this channel, and I can honestly say I'm no longer really happy with some of the content that I'm putting out because of that main series. I am going to be focusing on my Iron Man and probably streaming my Iron Man a lot more. I stream every day, so make sure you guys pop in, links in the description as always, as well as everything else. Being a bit more distant from my comment section because the toxicity is kind of meh for me, and the confusion and whatnot is just not something I really want to deal with. So if you guys want to have discussions, try and join me on Twitch or jump in my Discord even, or my CC, and we can actually talk more rather than just one comment where someone gets offended. Yeah, real life stuff is pretty plentiful as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the ramble. I know a lot of people don't like rambles, but if they did, they probably didn't make it as far. And if you did, pop in the CC, pop in the Discord, pop in the live streams and say hi. I would appreciate if you guys could do all of that. Like I said, you can leave a comment if you want. I'm just not as likely to read that as I am to see if you jump in the Discord, the CC, or Twitch. So I hope to see you guys in any one of those places, and I hope you guys are looking forward to this month ahead.